So at my company, it's called user care, but most places call it content moderation. My company invented these bots, these little computer programs that travel all over the internet, flagging things as illicit or inappropriate or obscene. They do this because no one wants their ads to appear on a neo-Nazi website, right? Right? That first morning I sat down at my desktop. I didn't know what to expect. Our algorithm fed me a video from the 90s, something that was circulating on Reddit or on all of these other sites. It was from the Civil War in Sierra Leone. Government soldiers tied a rebel to 2 trucks. He was a boy. No older than 13. The trucks drove in opposite directions and split the boy in half. And I sat there, watching like, fuck. You know? Like, fuck. Like, what the fuck? Then I realized I could find the video. I could drag it to the big X folder, and I tried to search it again, and it was gone. I buried it. No one will ever have to see that video again. Yeah, for the first time since I can remember, I felt like I actually accomplished something. You know, before my job, I didn't give a shit. I couldn't do anything to help, so I was too afraid to care. You know, I would scroll past the body of a black person murdered by the police, and all I would do is share that dead person's name on Twitter. But now, because of my job, I am allowed to care. And caring made me responsible. Yeah, so everything was good. I mean, it was great, even. But then, I mean, you saw it. Yeah, so that morning, I had to present to our managers on how the new bots were doing. I walked into one of the main buildings. I went up to the 4th floor. The elevator dinged, and all of a sudden, I was standing on a desk. I was looking down at all of these faces, people looking up at me, horrified. I heard someone screaming. I look around to see who it was, and I realized that it was me. I stood in the middle of the office, and I screamed. I saw people's phones come out. I saw the security guards rush in. I remember thinking to myself, like, why is nobody helping me? Like, why can't everyone see I need help? So, yeah, I tried to make eye contact with them, you know, my co-workers, trying to prove I'm one of them. I deserve help. They sent me to the emergency room. They put me under. I'm not sure for how long. When I woke up, the videos were everywhere. I had achieved the new American dream. I had gone viral. Tech employee freaks out and can't stop watching. like a crazy person. Being a crazy person. I was a meme. I was, when you ask to speak to the manager, but the person behind the counter is the manager. I was mental health. I was a loud cunt. I was everything wrong with tech. I was that feels when it's a Monday. I was how everyone feels thinking about the election. Yeah? I can't do anything in my real life anymore. When I go outside, people recognize me. People sneak pictures of me in line at Walgreens. My college friends, they wrote long, elaborate Instagram posts about how much they loved me. I was just caught up to them now. I knew they were telling everyone in Silver Lake how they knew that crazy girl from that video. The company decided to get behind me. They thought that was politically smarter. They fired everyone who leaked the video, and they put me on paid, indefinite leave. I emailed them every day, and finally, last week, they allowed me to come back with a therapist's approval. Because even after all of that, all I wanted was a chance to go back. You know, the internet isn't some fringe young people thing anymore. It's where we live. It is our home, and I am on the front lines of defense. Okay? There is nobody else. All of the worst things in the world come directly to my computer screen. I just sat in my apartment, imagining all of the people on their knees waiting to die, and without that release, destroying the videos, sealing them away. It was like my whole brain was in my spine, like my whole brain was being stretched, like it was going to break. So I started searching for anything I could remember from work, anything I could identify as being from the continental US. I couldn't just wait around. So I went to the darkest corners. I gave my laptop every virus there is. Because these freaks, they are living among us. We sit next to them at the movie theater. We cut them off in traffic. So a couple of times, I went to their houses. I drove hundreds of miles, and I knocked on their doors, and I would watch them, these men from these videos. I would watch them look stupid and confused on their front steps. But I couldn't fucking do anything about it. I'm not strong enough to do anything about it. But being here with you, it's not up to me anymore. So a few months ago, after I was put on the leave, I found a guy who would make his children have sex every week. Yeah, sometimes he would scream at them, but most of the time he was kind. He would tell them how special they were, how well behaved. He knew them so well. He knew how to get them to listen. He would sit in a corner, watching. He had different commands for what he wanted them to do. So he would snap or clap or whistle. And they trusted him. Because he was their father. You could see it in their eyes. They still thought he loved them. They still wanted his love. I found years and years of footage. And still new videos popping up all of the time. Every Thursday, he uploads. He has fans, multiple websites, backup accounts. He is methodical and organized. You know, people like him, they're not sick. There's nothing wrong with them. They are evil. They're the kind of evil that every god warns us about. But they come from nature. We can't escape them. We have to defeat them. So I had to get back to work. I had to use our tech to stop his growth up at my company. They weren't responding to me. So I got started on my own. I watched every single clip hundreds and hundreds of times. I studied regional dialects, the little intonations in speech, the things that we don't even, we don't even think of as accents. Hours and hours and hours of takes until I could conclude that he was somewhere in Northern California. He kept his face hidden. It was like he knew I was coming for him, but I couldn't give up. I was insane. He has 2 children, a boy and a girl. And a few years ago, his girl died. She was 13 years old. He liked to advertise their ages. These people, his fans, replied how heartbroken they were. And still, even after that, he kept making videos with his son. His son. Like this little boy. And sometimes, after he was done, he would tuck his son into bed. He kept live streaming. He would let these people watch his son sleeping. So I bought a gun. I mean, what else was I supposed to do? And now, I'm looking at you, and you're not pixels anymore. You know? And after meeting you, you're never gonna stop. You don't regret any of it. Nobody else is going to stop you. So there's nowhere else to go. I see you everywhere. There's nothing else. And you know, I've been sitting here hoping and praying that it's not you. I've been stopping myself from seeing it. And you know, if I could connect with you, it would prove that you're not him. But I've studied you. I've studied you. I just stop. Oh my God. Stop. I'm done trying to live in the future. There's no reverse.